Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only, with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hello, my beautiful lovers. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My day is good, okay? So, this is a Fire Dragons reading, okay? So, the note for this one is you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Do you guys know who says that? I don't know where that's from. Okay, but I really remember it. I could have Googled it, but I didn't, okay? Somebody tell me in the comments if you know, okay? And so my niece, okay, I got that download from my niece. My niece was playing with the dog, trying to get him to take a bath, okay? My niece was trying to get the dog to take a bath. This could be significant, okay? Because nothing I say in a reading is not, okay? And she went outside. She was like, I'm gonna leave. She's like, and when I go outside and come back in, he's gonna follow me. He always does that. But he knew they was trying to make him take a bath, and he was not trying to go for it. So she goes outside and she says goodbye, and that's how I got it. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Okay, so somebody could be a Leo. First of all, welcome to new subscribers. Okay, welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Really and truly, thanks for any and everything that you do for the channel. Even if you watch, if you just like, if you share, whatever it is that you do. Okay, it is loved and appreciated for sure. Okay, so I also got Tim, Tom, or somebody's name starts with a T or a C or an A, but I got Chloe and Ashley specifically, okay? But like I was saying, you could be a Leo or somebody else could be a Leo. I feel like your ancestors are really surrounding you at this time, really having your back, baby, okay? Really connecting with you, okay? Really keeping you reminded of the fact that you are innocent, okay? Keeping you very protected. You have many angels in your energy as well, protecting you from these people in the communities, okay? And these damn community people, okay, they be tripping. But you're standing in your strength, okay, so they cannot attack you in any way. You are a magician, okay. I don't know what I was gonna say. I said, you are. It sounds like I said you are in admission. Okay, you're in admission. It's like your people's tickets to their own Akashic library. Okay, and you're on track. So continue to do what it is that you do. Okay. Um, so let's get the overall energy. So somebody the weakest link, okay, they're being removed. Or what I thought before I push record was like somebody is getting kicked out of their little group, okay, like they're being looked at as the weakest link amongst the people that they work for. But let's see what's the card for them. So we got be yourself, even if you're crazy. Stop worrying about normal ass, nothing ass people judging your cool, weird ass, okay? It says, there'll be none of that today. Anytime you feel yourself worrying about any of those asses, remember who you gotta wake up to every morning. You, baby, you. Your job is to make sure you're good on your own terms. Check in with what you really care about and make sure you're living up to that, not what all those asses out there might be thinking, okay? So don't worry about their judgmental asses. Okay, continue to do your prayer. Prayer is dope as fuck, especially when it comes to a person who thinks they have the power to judge you, okay? You pray the best for them type of people. It says you can learn a lot of good lessons from a few fucked up people. Hello? It says life would be a lot more fun if everyone's middle name was motherfucking. And it says no is a full sentence, okay? So this card is all about you just like bringing more fun into your day-to-day life, okay? Not letting these weak links set you off or none of that. But let's find out why they got kicked out. Or why their group don't want nothing to do with them, okay? Like somebody could be wanting to come around and try to get help from you now. Like they want to switch sides, okay? They a fucking turncoat. They a turncoat, but they don't have no choice. They're like being forced to turn to you for help with their healing. But I don't think that your ancestors want you helping this person heal, okay? They want that person to figure that shit out on their own and get talked about and go through everything that you went through. Yeah, we got the Three of Keys, and they're heartbroken because all this time they only learned how to play checkers. They don't know how to play chess. How they supposed to go on without this group that enabled them and made everything easy for them? What else going on the outside of that? With the weak link, what's this? We got the Hermit, okay, with the light of the world. But I feel like this person is being forced to hermit, like people don't really want much to do with them at this time. And also, they're like not paying attention to their guidance, okay? They're disconnected from their ancestors or from their angelic guidance at this time. Yeah, we got clearing the way while the way is being cleared for you, and they're looking at you like with such envy, like with such judgment still, like they still, their attention is still misplaced, is the way that I'm hearing it, okay? Their attention is still misplaced. They're still too worried about you and what you're doing, okay? We got spring, okay? That's coming right now. That feel like right now to me. This spring is very beautiful for you, okay? I feel like you're growing, you're expanding in an amazing way that no one's ever seen you expand before. You like down by the riverside, okay? So fertile, so amazing, okay? Just shining with this amazing wisdom and this higher energy that I don't think people have ever quite seen you shine before. And it's like the more you operate out of this energy, the easier it becomes for you, okay? Like I said, this person is losing their secret society protection. Now they about to start needing protection from someone in a secret society just like you did, okay? But they don't have the real power that it takes to protect them from these coven ties, okay? That person could be the Leo. Okay, you could be a Pisces, or there could be a Pisces involved in this too. Like this coven could even be wanting to sacrifice these people. Okay, they want to sacrifice the weakest links in their group because they proved they were the weakest links by not being able to deliver you. But you was a hard job that this group gave them. Okay, they thought this was easy. This wasn't easy. Somebody lied to them and made them think it was gonna be easy to take you down, easy to get you shadow banned, easy to blacklist you, suppress you, and make you shut up. It was gonna be easy to just gaslight you. Okay. Defamation, okay? They've been going around doing a lot of defamation of your character, doing a lot of talking, a lot of negative talk, okay? Trying to reveal all your secrets to people. But I feel like you're very open, like if anybody comes and just talks to you about this or that, you will be very honest with them. And I think that this is what people have started to recognize about you. Like they're starting to see the liar in this person, okay? Yeah, they rallying the troops, okay? But they not rallying the troops. Like they not they these people, okay, so the weakest link is trying to rally the troops or trying to hustle up a new gang or a new coven that they can work with, but the other coven that kicked them out or that don't want nothing to do with them, they already rallied the troops against this person. Like this person going to jail or something terrible like that. Okay, yeah, for this fraud. Come on. Come on, I feel like I just said this the other day, yesterday, okay? Fraud, identity theft, money order, credit card, wire transfer, money laundering. Somebody's into that, okay? You're a warrior on go and you're getting prepared or have been being prepared this entire time for this business success. No one could take it. This person could also be into life insurance fraud and things like that, home fraud where they like move into people's houses and get cash for keys to move out, shit like that, okay? Yeah. Somebody could have been doing some very heavy spell work over you, trying to manipulate you, okay? They could have been working with some sort of cancer, okay? Or you could be a cancer with the real power against these covens, okay? Shit, what's coven ties in Leo? We got atheists, okay? So this person is an atheist, okay? This person don't believe in God, but they want to come get some help from you and God. Like, how that work? Where they do that at? It's Leo, and they are rallying the troops. We got psychic reader certified, okay? So you could be a reader, or this person could be pretending like they some sort of reader or something. Like they can see all of a sudden. They can't see shit, okay? They blinder than a bat. What's they rallying the troops, okay? We got third party and gang affiliated, okay? So this person could like know a lot of gang members or they could be a part of a gang, okay? But whatever third parties they was working with, they could have been whatever gangs or whatever, okay? They betrayed them too, okay? They all fake people, okay? There's been a lot of like hidden players, mass tricks, okay, ops, and a lot of stabby action to the backs of others, okay? Yeah. So now their illegal protection is no longer because they bit the hand that fed them, trying to block your blessings, okay? Well, what else? Tell me more. Tell me more. What do you say? Did she put up a fight? Tell me more. Tell me more. I don't think they putting up a good fight against this. Okay. What society's spell work and willpower? We got up in the clouds, okay? So this is what I'm saying. Like they have been hit by their own spell work, okay? So this person is currently under an illusion. They could have recently sent like some really powerful energy to you recently, okay? But it's like also these other people that don't want to work with them no more, they're doing magic on them now. Because they been pretending to be gifted. That magic ain't getting them people nothing. What's real power, Cancer, and coven ties? It's like these people are just attacking each other. And you just like sailing right on past the bullshit and going into calmer waters. Okay, we got the Page of Swords. And they watching you do it. They're watching you do it, but also they're regretting their very immature way of thinking about things, and that's why they want to come with this offer of love or to try to come make up with you or suck up to you in some sort of way. Because they know that you are connected to the divine and you really can tell them some real truth about themselves. But they not ready to hear that shit. They just gonna get mad and go try to do bullshit against you if you help them, okay? Yeah, we got the Eight of Cups. So that's what I'm saying. These people chucking up the deuces to this person, okay? They're not willing to help this person no more. And I feel like you've already energetically walked away from whoever this is. They know they can't ask you for help. What's up in the clouds and the Six of Swords? And it would just burn them up. Like, they're very egotistical, okay? The Ten of Cups. This could be somebody in your family who's under judgment, or your whole family could be under judgment, okay? And that's the real reason why they're heartbroken. Like, if they would have been successful, this ain't about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't want, but they want to put it like that. They want to come to you, looking heartbroken, looking defeated, like, oh, I can't do nothing. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I've been trying. Like, no, you ain't been trying to do a damn thing, but trying to stab me in my back. And now you trying to give me the, okay, look, hater, you ain't been doing shit but being a fucking hater. And now you want to come around and ask for some help, okay? Go ask the devil for the help. Damn. What's the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups? Okay, we got the King of Wands, okay? I'm trying to be a leader right now. I don't got time to be trying to help you heal. I said feel, okay? I'm trying to help you feel that empty heart. Trying to help you get yourself back together. You better break down and repent to God and tell him everything you've been up to and ask for that forgiveness. Apologize for renouncing God. Put some respect on his name, vampire. Okay? Okay, with the sun, they're going to have to expose their own self and deal with the consequences of their actions before they can ever receive any help from you. They're going to have to face these inner demons. This is what the air dragon was just saying. What's up in the clouds, the Six of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Oh, we got self-sabotage, okay? They were sabotaging themselves the entire time. It says procrastination, negative self-talk, and a fear of failure undermine your success, okay? It says overcoming and resilience. So you've overcome your habits of self-sabotage. That's something that you healed in your shadow. The minute you healed that in your shadow, you awoken, like you amplified that trait within that person because it was already awakened within them, right? Because they're still very trapped in their shadow. What's Six of Swords, the Judgment, and the Page of Swords? We got addiction, okay? So this person could be very like trapped in their addictions, really refusing to let that go because they're under judgment. They feel like maybe their addictions are the best way to help them deal with the things that they're going through. And we all go through that. I mean, those of us who had the addiction fight, I definitely did, you know. We go through that. You know, it's this compulsive need despite negative consequences, right? To get the support or the therapy that you need, but not really knowing how to step outside of yourself or how to like push your ego aside and open up to that healing for that that real liberation and the freedom to receive the support from the divine. Like I feel like this person, I was gonna say these people, so that's why it kind of came out like that. But I feel like, you know, these people, they feel like, well, I just need a drink or I just need to hit this or hit that and I'll feel better, you know, but it's not. They don't realize they're just numbing. They're just increasing these energies that are already within them that they're kind of like fighting with, okay? What's the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Cups? We got sacred boundaries, okay? They're heartbroken that they couldn't get past your sacred boundaries. And now they're respecting and honoring your limits. And they don't want to get you to that place where you have to be assertive with them. They're trying to like watch you and pay much attention to the way that you care for yourself. Still trying to just copy some other energy rather than really being investigative about what they need and who they are and giving that to themselves. Like I said, they're still judging you and trying to talk about you to people like you're so weird and you so nasty, but they want that energy that you got. They want to copy everything that you do because they think that that's the answer to getting what it is that you got. What's the Knight? The Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the King of Wands. We got shadow blossom, okay? Like you allowed your shadows to become the part of you that blossomed. You figured out how to grab that light from that shadow place and not stay there. How to take it with you, how to become resilient, how to nourish yourself with that beautiful energy of the divine, and how to move forward with that, you know? And this is what you were meant to do. You were meant to show these heartbroken people how to do that shit. And if they didn't betray you, you would be giving them all the help that they need. But they kept playing with that spell work, so now they're kind of trapped right there being forced to figure that shit out. What's self-sabotage and addiction? We got inner cosmos, okay? So you tapped into the cosmos within yourself. You are embracing the light, but you acknowledge the dark. You healed from the trauma. You're seeing things very clearly, and you're only getting like deeper and deeper into this cosmic energy that's like embedded within you, unlocking certain parts of this within your DNA. Just getting better and better, okay? I'm getting fine line measured in time, okay? Yeah. And these people are trapped in these limiting beliefs, you know? Like somebody is the weakest link kind of by choice, you know? Because it's like they see all these things about their life that doesn't fit, that they need to work with, but they're still allowing their limiting beliefs to hold them back, you know? Still convincing themselves that they don't have the power. Like I said, very negative self-talk with this person. Afraid to try anything because they're afraid that they'll fail. And so what if you fail? Like you can still fail and be a success at the very same thing, right? And it depends on what is your perception on failure. Because when I in this, you know, like 100 subscribers, that was a win. 200, that's a win. You know what I mean? Like I feel like though my channel or my numbers doesn't match everyone else's, I'm still a success in my own right. I've still done so much healing and so much growth and worked very hard to become this better version of myself compared to where I was, you know, just 2-3 years ago. Right before I started doing this, I was still like such a hot mess. Even when I came into doing this, I was still a little bit of a hot mess. And we all have some hot mess within us that never goes away, right? But I was able to break through all of these different things because I just followed my intuition and did what it is that I needed to do, just like you know? And this is where that person is kind of getting hung up at. Like they don't see any little progress as success, you know? like ungrateful energy is what I'm getting, you know. Like, oh, here, you know, you get 3 cupcakes. Oh, I wanted 5 cupcakes. This is some fucking bullshit. This is not the amount of cupcakes I asked for, God. You know, like totally ungrateful. And it's just nasty, okay? What's sacred boundaries and shadow blossom? We got soul mirrors, okay? So you are a mirror to this very weak link right now. And they're still looking into the mirror and not seeing a part of themselves, not seeing that they're capable of accomplishing that open-hearted energy or having a healing union with the divine. Just being more ungrateful being more ungrateful because of what you have that they feel like they don't have. Okay? But others reflect your own relationship with yourself. So you're reflecting a part of them that needs to be awakened. And it's just sparking more envy, more self sabotage, pushing them deeper into their addiction rather than inspiring them to set sacred boundaries or to blossom and grow something beautiful out of that darkness that they seem to be trapped in. They're afraid to explore their feelings, you know, and they have like these relentless cravings to live this darker way. It says addiction is a prison disguised as freedom, you know? And that's big facts. That's big facts, okay? When in the height of my addiction, you know, I was using that powder, y'all. In the highest part of that addiction, I mean, I was using everything, or like, not everything, but like powder, pills, and mushrooms and things like that all together, okay? Just out here reckless, just feeling like I'm so free, I can do whatever, and I'm always safe, you know what I mean? And just doing whatever it is that I want to do and really convincing myself that I'm free, convincing myself that I'm happy, or convincing myself that I'm getting somewhere in life, or that, oh, I'm still responsible. I know I'm an addict, but I'm a responsible addict. Like, no, that's fucking oxymoron. You know what I mean? Like, the way that I was thinking was totally twisted and not right at all, you know? And you have to take those kinds of things into consideration when you're looking at others, is what the fire dragons are saying. This is the way that your soul mirror works. So this person is hoping that they'll be able to figure it out, but at the same time, they're so consumed in their addictions, and it's kind of eroding everything within them. Like it's eroding their positive energies rather than eroding the shadow, right? It's not working, okay? Like, they have to break this habit, to break this addiction, okay? This addiction to being so hateful, and this addiction to talking to themselves so nasty. And it's like I tell you guys all the time, when you are in that place of addiction very deeply, you know, you do everything in excess, okay? So this is why they're so excessive, so obsessive about attacking you, or about, you know, this negativity, this cult, this magic energy that they're into. Like, when their heart is broken, you know, they're super dramatic about their broken heart. That you even overindulge in feeling your feels, and acting in impulsive ways. And you don't really realize that about addiction until you break the addiction. Then you're like, damn, like, I was tripping. You know, like, I was just doing any and everything and really thinking that I was something, you know. And of course, you were something. You're always something. It's just becoming aware of the fact that you are something and turning yourself into the most beautiful something you could ever be, you know. What's inner cosmos and self-sabotage? We got triumphant success. This is what you have been able to do. And it's just your triumphant, successful mirror is making people feel smaller because they're not stepping out of their negative habits, is all that they're really saying here. Yeah, we got rest and rejuvenate. So continue to rest and rejuvenate, to take that time to yourself, to keep your mindset very clear, and just know that, like, this weak link on the outside of you is feeling very obsessive and very upset, even if that's not the energy that they seem to be presenting to people. They real mad, they stewing, and they're upset, okay? They could be attacking your crown chakra at this time, okay? What's a triumphant success and rest and rejuvenate? We got patience and planning, okay? So just continue to be patient. Continue to follow your plans, to take your steps along your path. And don't worry about what other people think. Because like I said, these are weak links. on the outside of you, and they want to like attach their weak link, their piece of the chain that's real weak and can be broken in certain spots, and attach it to your very strong link that you have on the chain. They want to be chained to you, connected to you, and so that they'll be able to operate out of your energy in some sort of way. So keep your sacred boundaries intact at all times. It's okay to have a heart for certain people, or to feel where they're coming from, or to understand them, but it's a whole nother ball game to allow that person to attach to you, rather than doing the hard work and using you for the beautiful, powerful mirror that you are. If they can't see the beauty that's within you, within themselves, you got to release them until they're in that place where they can. Because their envy and all of the other things that come along with those kinds of energies are very detrimental to your light and to your path and the way that you're meant to walk. And I think that's why the Hermit came out for them, okay? Yeah, we got financial and material change. There's a lot of financial and material change that's meant to come into your life, And I think that if you were to help this person, they would just try to take advantage of that. They would just try to get as much financial and material blessings out of you as they can, all while having this act like they're trying to grow or they're trying to be better. And they're only stepping into this energy where they're trying to grow or trying to improve because they know what's coming for you. So just don't fall for that shit, because they're trying to play games with your mind, okay? Yeah, they see this accelerated motion, and this is some shit you're supposed to step into by yourself, okay? With just you and your kids on this firm foundation, standing in this spiritual strength. And if they want to stand alongside you, then they need to get in their spiritual strength and start doing something that really truly is true to their heart. But they can't fool you. But they still think that they can, okay? Because like I said, they're not seeing things clearly. It's like everything is up in the clouds to them. Not only are they catching backfires, but this coven or group that don't want to work with them no more, they're all kind of like slinging mud and magic at each other. Because they're mad at each other because this plan that they all came up with together to stop your creative energies did not work out for them. In fact, that's the worst thing that they ever did. And I heard we need somebody to blame, okay? Somebody need to get in trouble, like in public when something big happens that the government set up, and then they need a fall guy because it needs to look like justice is happening to the group, okay? So somebody's making an executive decision to punish this weak link and get them out so it can look like somebody took responsibility for this big mistake that they really all made as a group. What's triumphant success, patience, and practice? We got magician and the mirror, okay? They underestimated this magic that you do, Like they really never understood the concept of a sacred mirror because they were never operating out of sacred energy. What's rest and rejuvenate financial material changes, and the crown chakra, we got Archangel Raphael, baby. So, like I said before, you're seeing things very clearly. Your heart chakra is working so great. Archangel Raphael is always in your energy, assisting you with your healing. I feel like you've just been on this non-stop path to more and more healing within yourself. You're in such a beautiful place, okay? Your energy is popping, okay? I'm over here like, that's right, soul family. You better do that shit, okay? Keep on doing that shit, okay? It's so exciting. I hope that you are excited, okay? Because I just really got really turned up. I feel like Spirit's bringing things into your life, these opportunities and this more free way of living, okay? And you can't have nobody who is a weak link who tried to betray you so many times in the past, trying to attach themselves to you. Like, yes, forgive them, give them love from a distance or whatever, but don't indulge too much into them or into their heartbreak, or try to be, giving them your energy, trying to make them feel better, trying to heal them when they're not even doing that for themselves, when they're still in a place of heavy self-sabotage and they're willing to sabotage you to get out to the next place, okay? They'll step on your head again to get out that water. What's magician in the mirror and fourth chakra, okay? We got the door of the spirit, okay? So focus on the divine at this time. And anybody who wants improvements in their life, they gonna break that ass down and go to spirit just like you had to, because you're in a place where you're receiving a lot of success. And with the goddess of the moon, I feel like you've really mastered your dark energies, mastered the ability to see what is not just readily available for you to see. Very clairvoyant. You could be extremely clairaudient. You're super clairsentient, okay? Like the way you feel about things, like spirit talks to you a lot through your senses. You get funky smells and sweet smells when your guides are around, or when energies are around that you're not meant to entertain, okay? Like you're really tapped into this cornucopia type of energy, okay? So just have a lot of patience with your guides at this time, and know you are a beautiful and amazing, powerful healer of the ages, okay? Continue to hold that heart and operate with that compassion and make this beautiful action forward, because you're on the right journey for yourself, okay? And don't be afraid to communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell people no. And don't get yourself in a place where you're overthinking your victories, or overthinking the situations that you had to walk away from in order to step into this spiritual strength, okay? Gorgeous. What's the final thought on this? We got celestial alignment. That's what you in. That's what you in. You're in celestial alignment, and this weak link outside of you is in a place of grief, okay? But it's a place of grief because you got to keep your cosmic power, because they couldn't take your cosmic power. That's why they're in a place of grief, not because they want to change their life so much. So don't let them play you, okay? Because somebody is a good actor, okay? I'm hearing don't act, you ratchet. What's the final thought on this? We got etheric cords, okay? So cut the cord with this weak link, okay? We got 29. It's time to close the cycle with that person. I feel like, it's like it's like the elevator doors closing, you know what I'm saying? And them trying to stick their whole body in there to get the door, to pry the door open again so they won't miss the ride, okay? Fuck that. Catch the next elevator. Because this one going all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, okay? Look, it says Urzuli Dantour fought elbow to elbow with her people during the Haitian Revolution to protect mothers and children. She represents the healing of the Dark Mother. If it isn't wholehearted love, release it. Remember your worth. The energy cords binding you and someone you no longer wish to be attached to are strong. You must be willing to let go. Close your eyes, see divine swords of gods or goddesses, loving light separating you and dissolving the cords between you. You are both whole and healed. Just as you shower to cleanse physical grime, there is also grime in the form of energy cords, also called karmic ribbons, emotional cords, or etheric cords. Spiritual maintenance is required. It says, I am worthy, compassionate, and whole, okay? So make sure you take the time to the way that I cut cords, okay, I actually asked Archangel Michael to do it with his sword. I may pinpoint specific cords for specific people that I feel their energy is too attached to me, where I'm just too invested, or I keep picking up on their emotions. I'll specifically pinpoint that cord and imagine Archangel Michael cutting it, but I'll also ask him to cut any cords that I'm not aware of, or that I'm not seeing at this time that really need to be cut, and I'll just imagine whatever chords I feel, okay? And they could come from anywhere. Sometimes they come from your heart, they come from your back, okay? I see them in my back a lot, okay? Like people trying to connect chords to me without my knowledge, okay? So there's always chords that I cut from my back, okay? So just get yourself into a little meditative state, take a couple of deep breaths and call on Archangel Michael. Visualize that flaming sword, feel Archangel Michael come to you, and then ask him to do whatever it is that you need him to do as far as cutting etheric cords that may be attached to you. Okay? That was perfect too with what I was saying with the chains trying to link to each other. Like I feel like somebody is trying to maintain this energetic link to you like so hard, okay? So, with that, my love, I'm done. I hope you guys got something that you needed out of this, that you have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.